All right, you got me, you got O'Reilly, and you got Dusty. What do you got on the phone?
I got Peter from Tampa, Florida.
And you've got Cecilia. How you doing? All right, Peter, what do you got?
Gentlemen, the Remain in Mexico agreement decreased illegal immigration from Mexico by at least 80% by using the Mexican army to police the southern border. Chris and Bill, did Biden put our country in danger by walking away from this agreement?
Yes. Bill.
I think he did. I think Cuomo and I both agree, and Cuomo was down at the border earlier this week. You did a nice job down there, Cuomo, I thought. You were clear. You weren't delirious like you were in the first segment tonight. And it was a good report. But look, Biden came in, and the mantra was that Trump was a mean guy, and he was separating families. He was doing mean things by not letting everybody into the United States. So the first day he was in office, Peter, he signed an executive order knocking out the Remain in Mexico policy, which took Trump a while to get. And how he got it was that he told Obrador, if you don't put the Mexican army not only on the southern border with Guatemala, but on the northern border with the USA, we're going to slap a big 25% tariff on your most important goods coming into this country. So Obrador couldn't. That would have collapsed the economy, so we had to do it. But Obrador pulled those troops within hours of Biden signing that executive order, and then catastrophe followed.
Trump's team did a better job with Mexico and did a better job with the third party countries. And the Biden administration wiped those out, and it was a big mistake. And they're in a hole now because of that. Next.
And a lot of dead people, a lot of dead migrants and all of that. But Trump didn't go far enough.
A lot of drugs, a lot of dead people.
He should have declared the drug cartels terrorist organizations and blew the hell out of them.
He was worried about the wave of asylum claims that would have come along with running from a terrorist organization, which could have gotten a little sticky legally. But we should definitely be thinking about it.
Remain in Mexico covered asylum seekers.
And Biden is doing it now.
Mexico covered asylum seekers.
And Biden is doing it now.
Well,
now they have this Fugazi agreement with Mexico where Mexicans get set right back, and now they're trying to get Mexico to take a few other different countries in there. So the idea that Mexico's too dangerous, you can't let people stay there, that doesn't count anymore. Next question.
Jennifer from California, Hemet, California, I think.
Hey, Jen, how you doing? What's your question?
Hi, Chris. My question is, Chris and Bill with Special Counsel John Durham saying the FBI shouldn't have launched the investigation on Trump. Is the federal government lightening up on Trump? Do they want him to win again?
Politics. We never said that we didn't want an investigation into Russian collusion. That was absolutely legitimate. But when the FBI discovered very fast that the information that was developing was fed by the Hillary Clinton campaign, and the phony dossier was paid for, and it was bogus, that's when your investigation stops. You don't continue to ask for warrants, FISA warrants, on false information. Look, if the federal government, the Justice Department, went by the letter of the law, James Comey, McCabe, Strzok, and the rest of them would be in handcuffs right now. They violated the law by giving federal judges phony information to get warrants to spy on Trump people. And even though they got the warrants, they still couldn't get anything.
Look, here's, I'm not saying that Bill's entirely wrong.
I know my analysis is so brilliant, you don't know what to say, Cuomo. I know,
anyway, don't hurt yourself patting yourself on the back. What I'm saying is this. What they did with Carter Page and how they got their FISA warrants was already deemed to be a mistake by the agency itself. That's why they changed the FISA protocols. I still think the FISA system is a good one. But let's not forget, you had a slew of people in that campaign that misled investigators, that lied to investigators, that took meetings they shouldn't have taken, and that also provoked curiosity. I'm not saying they should have been punished or not, because again, I don't know that they were crimes. I just think it was political malpractice. Hey, thank you for watching. Please go to newsnationnow.com, newsnationnow.com, And you can find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below. Then you will get more of NewsNation's fact-driven coverage.